Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. Thank you for spending your time with us today. My name is Muhammad Agus Latif and last name 150. And my friend,
My name is Muhammad Iqbal Fauzan and last name is 141.
and together with my partner, we are going to discuss a topic that is becoming more and more important in our daily lives. The topic is digital of government. Right now, technology is everywhere. So it makes sense that the government also uses technology to improve public service.
Hmm. Yes, when we think about government, in the past we imagine long lines, a lot of paper, slow service, and maybe a lot stress, right?
Yes,
But
alright.
today, many services are changed. We can do things online like applying tax, register for school, or applying for document. It feel more modern and live with how people live today.
Okay, because digitalization help us finish tasks faster and more comfortably instead of leaving to a public office, waiting for hours and filling form by hand. We can just click and finish everything from home. It's especially helpful for busy people like workers or students.
But of course, not everything is perfect. Yet, and when the government use technology, it's also come with some problem. For example, what if the system gets hacked? What if someone steal our personal data? And what about people who don't know data and how use the technology? Like some elder children or people in remote village, example Papua or Kalimantan.
We cannot just say that digital government is all good or all bad. We need to look at both sides. We want to talk about what are the benefits, what are the challenges, how can the government improve in the futures, and how can technology help with a better society. Alright?
Yeah. We also want to share example from Indonesia and around the world because every country is trying to use technology in different ways. Some are already very advanced and some are still learning.
Yes, in this podcast, we will share our thoughts and opinions in a simple and natural way. We hope our discussion will help everyone understand more about how government is changing with technology.
Alright, I think we are ready to start the main discussion. Let's move to our first question.
Okay, Bung Iqbal, any question for you? Can you share examples of digital service you have used?
Sure, let me think. I use online bank service with DJP Online. I also use mobile JKM app to check my health insurance. For traveling, we use a ticket, a wallet in transportation, and even a toll. And also, if we went to competition about something in the city, some city have a special app, so digital service digital service
Yes.
are everywhere.
Yeah.
Now it become part of our lifestyle.
Alright, and we don't even realize that this a part of the government's digital transformation.
Yes, of course. And I have question about you.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest effect of digital government?
The biggest
Yes.
advantage of digital government.
Yes.
I think time. We save a lot of time.
Yeah.
Imagine earning an ID card offline.
Yeah.
You may wait hours. Online service can be done from home.
From home.
Yeah. And for the government, they don't need to store thousands of papers. The data is already in the system, easy to search. And one more thing, it helps prevent corruption because there are fewer face-to-face interaction that might allow illegal fees.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more under the table money something, right?
Yeah.
Of course, nothing is perfect. What the biggest challenge in digital government?
I think cybersecurity, because when everything in online, hackers try to attack the system.
Yes.
Data is very valuable, especially citizen data, because if it is stolen,
So,
it can be degraded. So to the government needs a strong security system and expert who can protect data.
okay, data. Exactly. Technology grown fast, but hacker also grow fast too. Yes.
Yes, alright. And any question for you, Bung Iqbal?
Yes.
How do you think digital innovation can help the government in the future?
So I think, in my opinion, we can use AI to be assist customer service, answer question, or help people fill forms. We can use digital map for fast disaster management, and maybe in the future we can even vote online in Pemilu. So more people join electorate. So the idea is faster, smarter, and more comfortable service.
That will be a big step for democracy.
Yes, of course.
For question,
Yeah.
do you think everyone can use digital service usually?
I think not yet. People in remote areas still have bad internet connection. Uh, Example in Papua or
Papua,
Kalimantan or something.
Yeah.
Some older people don't understand how to use app. Students like us find to apps digital things easy, but not everyone feel like that. So the government feel must make sure the digital service do not leave people around.
Yes, because technology should connect people, not separate them.
Yeah.
Alright, Boom?
Yes. What do you think about some people feel confused using apps and prefer meeting real stuff? What do you think about digitality service reduce trust?
I think it depends if the apps is easy to use, works well, and safe, people will trust it. But if the system often crashes or takes too long, people will get frustrated. That's why user experience is important. Digital does mean no human help. There also still the service center for people who needs help.
True, right? Balance is the key, right?
Yes, alright. Any question for you? Which one should the government focus on first? Better security or more digital service?
I think, in my opinion, security. If the system is not safe, people will be afraid to use it. So security comes first. After that, we can trust is very features and service. Trust is very important in public service.
Alright, I agree. Trust will makes people say yes. I want to use this.
Of course.
Alright.
Yes, of course. What do you think about? Do you have any personal experience where digital government really help you?
Yes, and when I need to change my BPJS data,
Yeah.
I didn't have to go to the office because I just used the app and it was done in maybe 10 minutes. That feels so helpful. I was like, wow, this is the future.
Wow, nice experience, right?
Yeah.
Nice. It really makes our life easier.
Yes, alright. Any question for you?
Hmm.
If you could give suggestion
Next question.
to the government about digitalization,
Yeah.
what would it be?
I think it's make everything simple. Sometimes the service is online, but the app look confusing. So I think the design should be easy, step by step, like using Instagram
Instagram,
or TikTok,
TikTok.
simply and friendly. Everyone will feel comfortable.
Good point. Simplicity always wins, yes?
Yeah,
Right?
of
Good.
course. Hey Bung Latif,
Yes, Iqbal.
I have question to you and about this topic so important. So one first question.
Yeah, sure.
First question is what does digital government to means for you personality?
I think for me, digital government mean the government is trying to make life easier. Is instead of walking or driving to an office, we can just open our phone and finish the work in minutes. Because it's so that the government want to be faster and more efficient. It also makes the system transparent because everything is recorded by the computer.
By computer, yeah.
Yeah.
It's progress, right?
Yes.
The
Alright.
government.
Maybe in conclusion, Bung Iqbal,
Yeah.
before we really end our podcast, I want to say that digital government is something that continues to change. Maybe what we are using now is still not perfect, but it's a journey, just like how mobile phones used to be big and heavy. But now they are smart and fast. Digital public service will also improve step by step.
Oh, that's true. And we, the younger generation, also have a role. We are usually more familiar with technology compared to older people. So maybe we can help our parents or grandparents when they face difficult way with online service. We can guide them so no one get left behind.
Yes, helping each other is important. Technology is meant to make life easier, not to create distance, and the government must also listen to what citizens need so that service material problem in society.
I also believe that if digitally government continues to grow, we will have a more transparent system. People will be able to access information more easily, like seeing how money is spent or how decisions are made. That means we can have more honesty and fair government.
Yes, because I agree. A good government is a government that is close to the people. With digitalization, we can feel that connection stronger. We can give feedback quickly, report problem directly, and get answer faster.
Oh, so even true, there are challenges. We must stay positive and support the development of digital public service because at the end of the day, we will be the ones who enjoy the benefit in the future.
Yes, actually, we hope someday our service will be easy, safe, and accessible for everyone, whether they live in big cities or remote village.
Alright,
Yeah.
I think that's all from us today. We really enjoyed this discussion, right?
Alright.
Hopeful you also enjoy listening too.
Thank you for spending your time with us. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep being part of the change.
See you next time in our next podcast episode. Bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.